Hey guys, Fitfather here again with another deck profile. So, I've been doing a lot of cooking. I've been in the kitchen, really just, spicing things up. Alright, not really too much. But this is a 40 card hero deck profile. Yes, you heard me right, 4-0. It is possible. A lot of corners have to be cut, but it's extremely consistent. Is still another blind going second. This is not the build I'm going to run. As much as I like it, I feel my 44 build does substantially better than this, but it is still seeing similar success when I'm playing online. Um, First things first, I gotta give two shout outs. First to eHero Forge and Supreme King. If you're not subscribed to them already, please go do so. Um, I looked at both their deck profiles and I took like inspiration from a little bit from both of them. There's gonna be another controversial take in this video. You'll see it when it comes up. I'm gonna get probably dragged through the coals on this, but the logic still stands for a reason why I run another card at 2. So let's begin. Starting off with the monsters, we got Neos, Double Stratos, Shadow Mist. That's kind of standard how I run things. Vision Hero, Solo Ferris, 1 increase, double Vion. It's not going to change. I've not yet felt the need to have a second Ferris in my deck. It just doesn't ever really need to come up. 1 Denier, triple Malicious, again, standard. 1 Dusted, 1 Deaded, and now I added Toxic Bubble back in. Toxic Bubble back in is for 2 reasons. 1, he's my replacement for Prosperity, and second, he's an extender. And I've come into so many situations where I have the need to like summon something else just to put my plays through. He has come into play so much, and I've gotten his draw 2 off more times than I can count because my end board usually ends on, goes to going second, Neo Sword or Bane, and having him kind of summon himself off is extremely good. Also, he's another target. Say I hard draw both of these, or have to use him for the other one, and I have the spell card in hand. I want to be able to he's a target that I've special summoned out with Evil Assault. Say I happen to open Dead End. On for these spells and traps. 1 Poly, Miracle, Mask, Dark Contact. The same 4 of. This is where I started taking a little inspiration from Hero Forge. I was running 2 thrusts before, and now I'm running 3. And it's actually so much better. I rather the 3rd. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, but yeah, bro, you turned me on to this, and I'm so glad. And yeah, there's another card in the deck that's at 1. You'll have to see. Right now, back to this 3 Super Poly. I know it's controversial for heroes because then you can't go into your Cross Crusader or your Infernal Devicer, but it's also really good kind of playing around hand traps and everything as well. Super Poly is really good. But no, I like it. It's really good at breaking boards, especially against Yummy. I really haven't had too many issues with it. I took 1 card out of my extra deck just for space for other things, but it's gonna probably go back in once I do the 44. This is just for now. At 3 Book of Eclipse because it's a really good card. Can't argue that one. Does the same exact thing that I wanted to do, which is dodge hand traps, dodge nib, and dodge dodge the imperms and stuff like that, and just help flip down monsters and force them into forced interactions. One called by, and the one Dark Ruler. In Hero Forge's video, he was running 3 Thrust and 1 Dark Ruler. I really like that. I was running like 2 and 2 of something else. I was running 3 Droplet. But I was running 2 Droplet, 2 Dark Ruler, and kind of just thrusting into it really helps, or just thrusting any card I want. But yeah, thanks, bro. This ratio right here is something that you really listen. I have to give credits too. I saw that and I just copied it, and it's working. It's working really well. So sorry if it sounds like I'm kind of decking on you, but I had to call out where I got the influence from. So, and now on for the other the regular and 1 talents. Got that. Now on for the double Fusion Destiny. Like I've been saying before, it's a brick. It's a hard once per turn. If you draw a third, you're kind of up a creek without a paddle. And now 1 Evil Salt. And then last but not least, the last 2 spells. Double a Hero Lives. Yeah. Shout out to Supreme King. I saw him in his deck profile dude. I'm like, why would you only run 2? And I'm looking at it, and it's really like he said it's a brick, and I'm like, I sat back and thought about it, right? Thinking in my head, like, all right. In like a 44 card deck, you're gonna want 3. But in a 40, even in a 42, because a lot of times, tell me I'm wrong, it happens more times than I like to admit. You get all 3, or you get 2, and you're clumped. And yeah, okay, a lot of people now, they're not gonna hand trap this. They're not gonna stop this going off. They're gonna stop the other monster effects. People have learned Hero. They know where the choke points are. They see this, they're like, why am I gonna waste that? They're just gonna activate another one, and they're not wrong. This will probably stay alive, because there's no point in hand trapping this when they can hand trap you later in your combo and just cripple you. So also, I've not noticed a difference at a 40 card deck. Specifically, this is only for 40 to 42 that this is at. But this hurts me. Once I hit 42 though, I would rather run Reinforcements or Foolish, just so I don't run into the issue of clumping. At 44, this goes back to 3, and then I go back to my 13 card non-engine, because at 44 cards, your likelihood of seeing it decreases enough where adding the 3rd for this particular card, since it's not a hard once per turn, comes viable. And then last but not least is Favorite Contact. But yeah, that's the reason. And again, you can thrust into it. You can thrust in almost all the cards in this deck, outside obviously the quick plays. Onto the extra deck. Dark Law, Sunrise, Infernal Rage, DPE, Malicious Bane, Shining Neos, Wake Up, Neos Lord. Dread Decimator's back in. He's really good. A lot of times I Fusion Destiny and I don't have any way to go in things, or somehow I get they just flip D barrier on me. I'm like, well, I'm locked into heroes already. What can I do? Oh, I can make him now and make him pretty beefy. So 1 Wonder Rod Driver, Dread Decimator, Infernal Visor, and 2 Cross Crusader. My bad. And then the other 2 Super Poly targets for the main deck are King of the Swamp and Garura. Pretty standard on my end of how I like to run things. I took out the Predaplant guy. I just have not had enough targets when playing against it. He might come back in. Again, this is more playing on Omega, but even at locals, I don't see as much need for the Private Planet guy. I just don't run into him as much. And extra deck, the one Secretarian Dragon as my super poly target, one Deep Barrier Thrust target, one Duster, and I'm actually back to running 2 of these. I only have 2. Could possibly run a 3rd if I pick it up, but not right now. I like it, especially again playing going second. I had it in the main deck for a little bit and it was cute, but I think I rather relegate it to the side, depending upon my matchups. So the one cross out, 2 Droll for the side. It's a 40 card build. I'm gonna see it more often. Nibiru, that's mostly for cross outing. Double Ash and triple Charmy. These 2 gonna go into the like this is my going first like way of doing things. Like I just take out a bunch of stuff and use that going first if I want to throw off my opponent. Because that's the nice thing about how I built the deck. If I built it going second, and it kind of throws up my opponents off. Like, okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I lose a dice roll. I go second. Beat them out. I'm like, okay, shuffle, cut. All right, they expect me to go first. I'm going second, and then just completely just throw off their thing, and then shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Yeah, say I lose that game, whatever reason, right? Game 3. All right, if I would go second again, I can go first or second. I can just throw someone off completely. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I might not be running this at this is not probably the build I'm going to be running for today. My build is going to be probably the 44 card build. The only other things I'm going to add into that are, let's see if I have them over here. I apologize if you hear my stomach grumbling. It is early in the morning. Is a 3rd copy of that. And where is it? It's one. Oh yeah, and the Molcharmies go in the main deck. That's if I was running the 44, which is what I'm going to be running today. I just like the 44 better. I feel like it's a little bit more consistent, despite 40 also being very hyper consistent. I don't know, maybe it's just a feeling, but I just feel like how everything lumps together and flows together. So I just kind of throw those back in action note into the main deck. But yeah, that was the 40 card build, and technically a little sneak for the upcoming the technical 44 build I run, which is really no different. Just obviously +4 cards. So yeah, it's a 2-for-1 special today. A double deck profile. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, leave a like, comment. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys took something away from this. And if not, you know, there's always still something to learn from things you don't like. But yeah, one more thing. I found my Resident Evil deck building mats. So I was digging through my closet, getting rid of a bunch of junk, and I found this, and I was so happy. I have 2 other ones, but yeah, they don't make these anymore. So Resident Evil is probably my favorite video game franchise, but that's random and off topic. Anyway, take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.